Hello everyone, this is Afsana, your subject teacher for business research methods. Today we are going to see what are the different types of questionnaire, types of questions in a questionnaire. Because when we are asking a questionnaire, is a set of different questions to be asked. So we have different types of questions in the questionnaire itself. Okay, so last session we have seen how to design a questionnaire, right? So there were 7 different rules before you start a questionnaire. So now we're going to see about the types of questions in a questionnaire. Okay, or we can also say types of questionnaire. Okay, so we can use the multiple question types in a questionnaire. Okay, um, in fact, using multiple questions types can also help in increasing the response to you or for your research questionnaire. Okay, so as we tend to keep participants more engaged, you need to have multiple choice questions. So have you have MCQs that you have it mm, in your foundation course? You have different multiple choice questions, so you can also have such questions. So we have different types here as of now. One is structured, another is unstructured, and third one is semi-structured, that is mixed of two different types. Okay, so first we will see about the unstructured open-ended questions. Unstructured open-ended questions helps you to collect the qualitative data in a questionnaire, where the respondents can answer in a free form with little to no restrictions, because you are just asking uh, how long uh, you were how much you're satisfied with the e-learning process. So e-learning process is an online course, online education, right? So how much you're satisfied with that. So without even having any options, if I ask you a question, you will just give your answers, and it is not having any structure. There is no options given to you, and you're just giving your answers, your opinion, and each one of you will give different opinion. Okay, so next is close-ended. This is having some structure. So first you can see there in two types, two categories. So first is something yes or no. Two categories means either you have yes or no, true or false questions, which will have close-ended. Within those two options only you can choose either yes or no. Okay, true or false. A, any one option only you can choose. That becomes your dichotomous or two category unstructured questions. Okay, sorry, structured questions. And the next one is multiple choice. Multiple choice are the one which is close-ended questions type, which is actually has to select one, but you'll have many options. A list of options will be there. In those where you have to correct, means you have to find out one. So it could be of right answers or wrong answers or incorrect answers or close alternative answers, and also will be there. For example, probably you won't be having a wrong right answers, so you will have different options in that. So agree, strongly agree, or very important, slightly important kind of options will be there. And then the scale questions. Scale questions are the one which will have the restricted measurement scale, which will be having 4 different types, that is nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Okay, so this can utilize your functional properties of these scales or rank order questions. So it could be your Likert scale questions or the differential, what is that, semantic differential questionnaire. These are the different types of scales which you can use. Okay, or rate from 1 to 4 on your satisfaction level. of e-learning process. So when you are rating, you will rate from 1 to 10. So those who are happy with that, they will give 10, 9, 8. Those least satisfied, 1, 2, 3. So that can become your scale questions. Okay, so next is matrix questions. Matrix questions, you'll have many options and many questions together. Okay, then we will see in detail here in this PPT. So these are the different types of questionnaire. First one is open-ended questions, where you have 4 different types even in open-ended question. Open-ended question is also known as unstructured question. It helps you to collect the qualitative data in a questionnaire, which helps the respondent, where the respondent can answer in a free form without any restriction or limitations. First one is completely unstructured thematic appreciation test, word associate, sentence, story, or picture. Okay, first one is completely unstructured. Here you can see, read the questions. State your opinion about the sports policy amended by the sports minister of India. When, what, which particular year. Nothing is mentioned. It is completely unstructured, right? So you can read the other questions also, where it will give you Hanan. How can you promote women entrepreneurship in women empowerment in India? On what? That is not mentioned, right? So that has to be mentioned, if otherwise it is completely unstructured. Each questions are asked openly to get opinion about their views about the aspect, but not on the research on what particular year, which particular year. Here also you can see suggest opinion to promote the healthy lifestyle in India. Means you have to give this is all about your opinion. Okay, next one is thematic appreciation test. This is actually invented by Murray 1943. It is originally designed to measure the normal dimensions of personality. Actually, it is only to find out the personality, what happened, when it leads to what situation, what is the outcome, what are the characteristics, how you think, feel, and the response may analyze in terms of any themes, conflicts, motivation, interest, etc., that aspects that appears in them. Okay, so the next one is the word associate questions. So word association questions examines what comes to your mind. Attention. Mother means love, care. So what comes to your mind when you're asking one word, and from that you're finding out that word association question. And the last one in open-ended question is the sentence, story, or the picture. You're expecting the respondent to view a particular story or a picture and then asking their opinion. So this is also based on the opinion, but there is no structure on what perspective you're asking. And then next one is close-ended question. Okay, close-ended question or structured questions, which you will have certain structure, you will have options. So dichotomous or two category questions will have two options: yes or no, true or false, yes or no, true or false, right? And then next one is see, male, female, agree, disagree, true or false. All this can be the type of dichotomous and two category. And close-ended questions, you also have something called multiple choice. Multiple choice in a sense, when all the respondent choices are known, then it will be easy for you to do the analysis, and the results can also be very much easy. Okay, close-ended questions will have you should have the multiple choice questions, where you will have this as a question. For example, which you have mentioned here, it is which of the warm up durations you follow before athletic competition: 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25, or more than 25. Having a questions, different multiple questions, that becomes your multiple choice question, MCQ. And then close-ended questions also have the Likert questions. Likert questions are also multiple choice questions only, but here you will have the scale, means you should have strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, and strongly disagree. Means you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should have the improvement on the quality. What quality you're expecting from the product. Or here you can see an example. ABC corporation product has to improve on the quality. Agreed or not? Yes. If it is agreed, agree. If you say disagree, the quality of the product is good, then no need to. So you can just give disagree. But the gap is different. So you should always have the scales along with the terms which you use. This is nothing but the measurement scale. Okay. Next. Here you have the Likert scale again. This is also another example. These are the measurement scales used. Strongly agree, agree, undecided, disagree, and strongly disagree. So this is going to assess the person's feeling about something. So you have to have the different more options here. And then next one is bipolar closed ended questions, means you should have two different options here: efficient, inefficient, fast, slow, and then you're asking them to choose. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How efficient it is, how inefficient it is. So here these three will be positive and these three will be negative. So choosing that can also give you the better understanding on that particular concept. Next, this is also example for the bipolar. This is also this is also an opinion on the national health insurance. This is also based on a scale: simple, complex, interest, bore, how boring it is sitting at home. So interesting, no. Then somewhat, very much boring, somewhat boring, neither. You are not able to judge this or that. So this is going to be your scale. Okay, this is nothing but the scale. You have different options, right? So that becomes your scaling. Okay, or measurement scale, we name it as measurement scale. When you are using the numbers there, that becomes your measurement scale. Here we have another type in the closed-ended questions, close-ended questions. So this is nothing but the matrix, multiple questions with the grid. Here you have different types of questions, and here you have the Likert scale. So we're using both two different and then asking them the answers. So here to interact, the interaction with this sales staff: very much satisfied, somewhat satisfied, not satisfied, neither nor satisfied, somewhat dissatisfied. So you are choosing one option of one question, second line, one option of second line, like that. Okay, so this becomes your matrix. And the next one is contingency is also like another options here you find. Yeah, so here you find another option, right? So you have various options. Continuous is also similar, but here you will have different connection with your previous question. So you are depending on another question. So you can see here, do you smoke? If yes, then you have this option. If they say no, then there is no point of asking this question. If yes, about how many times you smoke, so that becomes your options. If you are choosing yes, that becomes your contingency questions. Okay, the questions that is answered only if the respondent gives a particular response to a previous questions. If no, there is no response given to this, that becomes your contingency questions. Okay, so here also you can see this example: do you have computer knowledge? If yes, how many years you have had? Okay, here it is also a mixed method. You have different methods of using. If another option is there, then that. Okay, here also we have another example: agree, disagree with the various questions. This is actually for the personality questions. Okay, so you just have to just go through this as an example and prepare your questionnaire. Thank you.